Matter, Unit 5. States of matter. Introduction. We know that there are three states of matter: liquid, solid, and gas. We also know that matter is everything. Everything is made out of tiny, very small particles called atoms, and when these particles join together, they make up groups called molecules. Water is a liquid. A liquid does not have a definite form. It can take any shape, but it does have a definite volume. It always occupies the same amount of space. Ice is a solid. A solid has a definite form and it has a definite volume too. Water vapor is a gas. Most gases are invisible. Gases do not have a definite form or a definite volume. Gases can expand or compress. Changes of state. Water changes state when it heats up or cools down. When it cools down to 0 degrees Celsius, water changes from liquid to ice. This process is called freezing. When ice heats up, it changes into liquid. This process is called melting. When liquid water heats up to 100 degrees Celsius, it changes into water vapor. This process is called evaporation. When water vapor cools down, it changes into a liquid. This is called condensation. What is matter? Everything around us is made of matter. All matter has mass and volume. Mass is a measure of how much matter there is. Volume is the amount of space the matter takes up. Atoms are the building blocks of matter. We can only see them with a very powerful microscope. Matter with only one atom is called an element. When two or more atoms join together, they form a molecule. When atoms of different elements join and react together, they form a compound. An oxygen molecule has two oxygen atoms. Each water molecule has two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. We know there are three different states of matter. Each one is different because of the organization and arrangement of molecules inside the matter. Molecules are very close together in solids, such as ice. In liquids, molecules are not so close together and can move more than they do in a solid. When talking about gas, molecules can move freely. Physical changes. A physical change means that the appearance of the matter changes, but its chemical properties are still the same. Some physical changes are reversible. This means the substance can be changed back to its original form. Others are irreversible, meaning that it can't be turned back to its original form. Melting, evaporation, solidification, condensation. Chemical changes. In a chemical change, a new substance is produced. This new substance has different chemical properties from the original substance. A chemical property is a characteristic that describes how a substance reacts with another substance. Wood has a chemical property which means it can burn. We call this process combustion. Some metals have a chemical property which makes them react when exposed to air. We call this process oxidation. Putrefaction is a chemical change that happens when organic matter decomposes with the passing of time. This causes the food to putrefy. Food softens, changes color, and smells bad. For further information regarding physical and chemical changes, check out the videos. Mixtures. We can classify substances into two groups: pure substances and mixtures. Pure substances can be elements or compounds. Examples of pure substances are gold and water. Mixtures are made up of two or more pure substances, which can be separated by physical changes. There are two types of mixtures. In a heterogeneous mixture, we can see the individual substances that make it up, so it's possible to separate the substances easily. In a homogeneous mixture, we can't see the individual substances. There are different ways to separate substances in mixtures. Filtration, evaporation, and magnetic separation are examples of methods of separation. Separating substances. Filtration. When we pour the juice of an orange through a filter, the solids stay in the filter and the liquid passes through it. Evaporation. When we heat a mixture of salt and water, the liquid evaporates and leaves only the solids. The solids crystallize and form crystals. Magnetic separation. If some of the solids are magnetic, we can use a magnet to attract them.